Hey guys, welcome back to the Trekyards Galaxy. He's Commander Coffee.
He's Captain Foley. Welcome back to the Kitbash show.
Trekyards Starship Creator. That's what I'm going to call it now. It's going to be the series, I'm telling you. But it's a galaxy of starships and a galaxy of starship parts and, oh my god, look, a galaxy class. Yeah, we've got some galaxy class variants today that we're going to look at.
Stuff you never know you needed.
Or wanted. Or you might have. You might have speculated. What would this look like? Well, we're here to answer those questions.
So here's the Galaxy class as you know and love it. As you guys know, we take parts from other starships. We combine them and do some slight scale modifications, but for the most part, it's sort of appropriate to it. And we're going to get more radical as we go. We're just having some fun with these ones. And often it can be the smallest thing that might radically change the feeling. So here's a classic Galaxy, of course. Definitive classic. Go check out other video on the Galaxy. But here it is. So let's start with the question you've all asked for years and years and years. What if she had no neck? Well, here she is.
The no-neck galaxy? What?
Not literally no neck, because, it had to have some neck. But I reduced the neck down to the shuttle bay. Because I don't want to be functional, So there you go, no neck galaxy. Is it better? Does it work? It's kind of like a sovereign now, right? It's a sovereign galaxy. It's integrated. It's great, right?
Be quiet. No, it's not good. It reminds me of something else. Not the Nebula class, despite what everybody's screaming at the screen right now. It's more like one of the
New Orleans
359 fleet. Yeah. It's just this 3/4 view is awful. is where I'm going with that. Not great. Not a fan. I mean, other views might change. We do look at kind of orthos of the ship, the front and the side as well. So I mean, as of right now, don't like. No.
And it's funny because it's not doing anything bad. Do you know what I mean? It just hurts what it is. Obviously, if you were designing it properly, you could have a logical integration point. You could do more things to it, right? That might improve it, maybe. But yeah, it's lost some of its sleekness. And now for me, the fact, because you wouldn't change it too much, otherwise it's sort of not the point of the show. But the way now you've got the angle of the neck and the angle of there's just too much of like a C. That doesn't flow. It's too close. It's too much of, just conceptually, you'd have to change a lot more to make that work in my head. But maybe Stuart, the orthos. And sometimes the top view is not affected. Everything's affected. But as you can see, shell base still work.
Profile is not bad. Side view is not too bad. The front, losing the Bizarre Collector line of sight, just nothing there is really disturbing and off-putting. From the back, doesn't bother me so much. The top, though, feels
totally different from the top. Like it feels like the nacelles go higher, so it makes more sense. Every view's kind of different in terms of how it shifts what you think.
It's not a good look.
It's like you'd think from the side, if you had the side without understanding the ship, you'd think, of course you can see the Bassards in the front. They got line of sight, but every single view, same with the top, right? But like, no, you can't because the curve of the ship is. Oh.
It's just wrong, and I feel dirty now. Like, I'm sorry for bringing this upon the world. It's actually not my fault.
No, not at all.
Sam's fault.
Look,
Sam's fault.
But the thing is, just like with a previous video, somebody has thought, I just hate the neck. I want to do that neck. Someone would have said that. I guarantee it. This is not to say controversial, but people had thoughts. So here it is without the neck, and doesn't work. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it doesn't work.
Well, as you said, with a little bit of redesign and some thought put in, you could make it work a lot better. Just that top view alone, like the saucer's pushed too far back. You need to push it back forward a little bit, give some clearance between the nacelles and the.
But I wanted to give a sovereign feel.
I know you did. I'm just saying. If you push the saucer a little bit more forward, probably you wouldn't even notice really as much difference from the top, if I'm honest. But from the side, you can see how you could integrate that neck a little bit better or the no neck. Just take the deflector curve up to meet the saucer and pull the saucer forward a little bit.
Yeah, because as soon as
You know?
because as a Kitbash, as soon as you move the saucer a bit forward, the neck goes through the deflector. So that's kind of at the point. Well, obviously, if it was a real model, you wouldn't do that. But you'd have to address the nacelles. They'd have to be higher, and in being a lot higher
Or lower, straight out.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Yeah, I think lower would be better because it would give the whole thing a lower center of gravity. And it would still feel and look funny, I think, but I could see it being more manageable as far as structural integrity goes, maneuvering. You move the nacelles up, and then you kind of might have a little bit more of an issue. Yeah, I don't know. Lots we could do, but this might spark ideas in other people. So
Yeah, I think it's fair to say it works on no level. But with a total redesign, it could work. So are you that person to do that? If you are, go do it in the comments and down below, etc. But the other question I'm sure you've asked since the dawn of time, and of course here's the original Galaxy for reminding you, there it is, looks lovely. What if, Stuart, wabam, the Galaxy had refit-style nacelles, which of course have been updated to the modern era with having facades and warp glows, and same texturing applied. Not perfectly, I just applied the textures, but in theory it's the same colours, so it doesn't stand out, because it wouldn't be refit nacelles, it would be refit nacelles in this style. So here it is. What do you think? Because you're a bit of a lover of these nacelles, so how does this feel?
much better.
Well, you did go for a bad one though, didn't you? So
we did, yeah. But even compared to like the shorter, stubbier, like actual Galaxy class nacelles, I like this. Again, these are obviously hugely scaled up from what the refit size would be. The addition of the extra colors to make it feel more TNG is kind of a Starfleet Online thing. You see Miranda's with like red Bazaar collectors and stuff with the refit style. Yeah, this looks okay from this angle for me. I like it. The organic nature of the ship, though, all the flowing curvy lines, and then you get these more like right angle, well, very retro-y kind of feeling nacelles for it. I think the juxtaposition I think it kind of works, if I'm honest. The organic nature mashed with like the harder lines of the refit. Anyway, I'll have to see other views of it before I make a determination.
yeah, it doesn't not work, which is good. Yeah, it gives it a sleekness. They're almost too thin, but they feel fast standing still, to John Eves' expression. They give it a certain, you know. Like I've never really loved the Bassard the way that is. You want to redesign it a bit more, but that's again a more of a dedicated redesign. Yeah, it doesn't feel cohesive, but it doesn't feel wrong. So I commend me, I guess, for doing that, because I guess I did this.
Well, let's see what it looks like from the other orthos angles. And here we got it. Overall, very successful. Except I'm not the biggest fan of the top view. I do like the side view quite a bit. It does make it feel a little bit beefier and
beefy is true.
It feels a little bit more menacing. That's one of the things. Ever since the TNG first came out, I wasn't the biggest fan of where the nacelles were mounted.
You often comment on they should be further back. It's a common Stuart thing.
Yeah, closer to the back of the nacelle. But I mean, grown to love it over the years. Obviously, I love that this has just something longer going out the back.
I try to balance it because it can't just be the same exact placement for this. It has to sort of be in keeping with the style. Yeah.
Front view is fantastic. Back view still looks really good. Yes, the nacelles seem a little slender, but I think it overall works. My only notes on the front, on the top of the ship view there is, you just want I want those nacelles mounted further back. But then
every time, guys, every time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Overall, I think it's a success, though, if I'm honest.
So I'm less keen the more I look at it. I think the side, if the nacelle was less tall, because I know the design, it's overscaled and it feels overscaled because the details aren't the scale that makes sense, especially with this ship, right? They are out of whack. So the I would need the side to be different, although the shapes themselves don't not work. It couldn't work for me at this scale. Top view, the shape's too different. It doesn't connect. There's too many curves and they're just hard edges. Like every other angle hides that fact, but the top view I think it feels more brutalist. There's like boop. Now maybe you could add refit pylons, and it'd rebalance it a bit. But with that structure, it just has a really odd framework, and you were going to jump
Looks
in?
like an H. Looks like a sideways H, and I don't like that.
And then in a similar vein, the front view, while sort of it works, because now the cells are so much taller than the Galaxy, the line and then up, it takes up so much space that the way the Galaxy is, it's smaller and wider, so it fills the space in. Here, just a lot of empty space that feels really imbalanced to me. Like, if you're doing this fresh, you really change the pylons to make that balanced, because it's not balanced. And the back has a similar vibe, but not quite. So I think none of them work, in my opinion, as a literal thing. You'd have to change all of them substantially just to make it balance with the design.
Yeah. I see what you're saying about the empty space from the front view, but I really like that front view. I think it's got a nice, natural feel to it. Same with the side view. Like, yeah, a little bit of tweaking here and there, but those two views work the best for me, the front and the side.
Yeah, the back's kind of meh, and the top doesn't feel proportioned.
Yeah. Yeah, the top is not great.
Like, it's not bad. Like, you could...
It's not bad at all.
You could see this being in TNG, or sorry, like a DS9 as a silly, not a Jaeger class just level of Kitbash, but like, we had some model parts, and they'd be like, oh, yeah. And then you get an Eagle Moss, like, years ago. It's like, oh, wow, I got these two pieces together. Great, cool. I paid some money for that. But yeah, I mean, you know, all of these shapes are so carefully designed together after how many iterations, how many approvals, how much money spent, and these are not designed to work together. And I feel that here. With tweaking, right? With some serious tweaking, but I mean, back to the original Galaxy, it just has a weird flow, but it does flow, right? It all kind of comes together. Is this something that you've thought about before as a what if? I know you go to model shows. Like, have people done this? Because it would be easy to do technically. What do you think? Have you seen it before?
I can't say I've seen this exact thing before, but yeah, you always see kit bashes at like Wonderfest and stuff of like different parts thrown on designs you know and love, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, over the years, because like TNG came out when I was like 14, so of course growing up with like TOS and the movies, I was like, what if? And I would just picture in my head like, what if that would be so much better if something was like that was changed. Because like I said, I wasn't the hugest fan of the Enterprise D when it first came out. It grew on me very quickly, and now I just really appreciate everything about it, because I think Andrew probably did a fantastic job of just marrying all these shapes and dimensions together. So, but yeah, so I've thought about it, but never really visualized it very well. So,
and maybe neither have we. You can be the judge of that. Comment down below what you think. Is this truly what you wish the Galaxy class had been? And of course, would it look better with Excelsior nacelles, Enterprise B nacelles, Enterprise C nacelles? Maybe someday we'll do that. If you keep watching, keep supporting, then maybe we will. Speaking of support, because we can't do this without support, super chat if you can during a live, discussing all sorts of ships. I'm sure we'll do a live at some point when we have lots of these. We can just have fun going through them and seeing people's opinions. Or super thanks on a video. If you like this, if you like what we do, if you like the fact we're bringing new visuals to the world, then super thanks on any video like this one. Or monthly, join our Patreon if you can, or join the channel via the YouTube if you can. Both get you in the flip video at the end. It all matters, so thank you in advance.
and like this video right now. You can super thanks it right now. You can make sure you're subscribed right now. You can click the notification bell icon right now so you don't miss any of those lives or any of our edited content. We want you guys to join us and talk about Star Trek and ships, because that's what we do here. So do all the things you need to do and share the video around so more people can see it, maybe. So until next time, guys. He's Commander Cockins.
He's got a Foley.
Bye, everybody.